What's up guys, in this Forrest Cup I am going to check out Mantine with Bullet Seed, so let's see how it goes. In this first matchup I'm up against Justin Honey Badger, and he's an amazing trainer. I think, is he Elite or is he Ace? I have to double check, but he's an amazing trainer, and check out the battles because they were this close. Never show this to a man, by the way. I run the simulations on PV Poke, I can beat Quagsire with the Bullet Seed. Look how much it's chunking down with Mantine, how much it's chunking down on its health each time, because it's super effective with Bullet Seed. So literally, Mantine was built to destroy Quagsire with Bullet Seed. So I was very happy with this lead, and of course because of the bubble beams, I was able to lower its attack, and it didn't hurt me as much with its Stone Edge. So I was, look at this, half of a health is still left with one shield each, and I was able to stay in with Quagsire, and now this is even better. So super effective, just the bubbles pop into right on a charge move to my Pancake. And of course, nah, this is not so hot for us, but it is what it is. We got stuck. That's one thing that's not good with the swap with in this cup. If you get locked in with the Pancake Stunfisk, you are done. And look at this. So I did not want to use it up because I still have a backup. But if this is Earthquake, it's no good, and it's Earthquake. But look at that, still have health because it's also, you know, green and metal. So now both shields are done, but I still have my Mantine, and I can throw an Ice Beam. I have one shield, I had to use it, and here it goes, a bubble. And now I should have used, by the way, the Ice Beam already. I don't know why I used bubble. That was a bad decision, but well, I guess it might help out now. Yep, it definitely did. Now I can flash cannon it down, and as you guys can see, that's the first game. So I made a few mistakes there that I could have changed, and I should have played it differently. Like it would have done the Ice Beam, then that would have been set. So I could have won that first game. That sucked. So now round 2, I'm not making any changes. Same team. Mantine and Scott, you guys gonna able to see this with Bullet Seed. And if I would have had Aerial Ace, that would have been better with this actual lineup. Look at how much the Frenzy Pen took out. I did not expect that, by the way, at all. So that really hurted me. And he shielded the Ice Beam, of course. And now I want to shield the Ice Beam so I can, the Aerial Ray, so I can throw another Ice Beam. But that was not good, and that took it out completely. So I'm still okay, win the lead. Not the lead, the first round. And now, Ice Beam, if it doesn't go shielded, that's awesome for me, but it's shield now. Both shields, and I still have one shield, and I have a pretty good lineup right now, so all I have to do is just prevent an Earthquake. That's it. And that was a Frenzy Pen. I called his bluff. I was counting, by the way. That's what Zionic and FP6 are really good at this. I'm watching them. They count and always announce, okay, that's a Frenzy Pen, that's an Earthquake, so I've been started doing that, and that have changed the game dramatically for me. And if you haven't seen the podcast, guys, make sure to tune into the podcast, because the podcast is amazing, and we had FP6 on it as the latest episode, and next is Ryan Swag, so make sure to check it out. But I'm talking too much while I'm actually looks like going to win this battle. So look at the Pancake going against oh, and there, this probably, it doesn't even matter what it is, it would have took me out. So I'm able to beat him to the Flash Cannon, and that's game 2. So I actually won. I was super proud of that because I thought I lost that one, but he made some mistakes, and I made some mistakes too, but I guess my mistakes were less lethal compared to his. So, the round 3. I haven't made a change. It's Mantine. So now this matchup is not as favorable for me because I have Bullet Seed, as you can see, chunking down on my health way more, but I do have Ice Beam, and I don't think he has Ice Beam, so that's to my favor, and that's why he shielded. I think he has Aerial Ace and Bubble Beam, if I'm correct. Yeah, there's Bubble Beam. So I decided that I'm not going to shield a single attack because I'm pretty sure, but I'm gonna throw a Bubble Beam or 2, so at least lower his attacks. It depends what he's throwing, because I figured that he doesn't have Ice Beam, so it's just Bubble Beam. Throw another Bubble Beam, lower it even lower, and I'm not shielding either. Let's see, because I think it has Aerial Ace. So now one more Ice Beam I'm able to throw. Perfect, but I'm not gonna able to win that first lineup, and now this is the spot. What I messed up, what I should have done is right away I should have swapped out to the Pancake, to Stunfisk. That's what I should have done up front, and just save my Mantine for the backups, because Because look, now that this comes in, I swap out, of course, but then he can swap out, and that was the game. So that's where I messed up. He controlled the whole game actually in this point, because I should have right away. I lost the lead technically, Mantine, because mine had the doesn't have. I didn't play it right. Like I said, I should have replaced it, and came in with the pancake right away. That could have been changed the game, but this is not so good. Because now I'm up again. That Meganium can easily destroy the pancake, even though look how spammy the attacks. I recommend, by the way, the Stunfisk, but do not get locked in, because then it's over. Now, second round against Harris Leader, who is, I believe, an ace trainer, and now Meganium against. This is not so bad. Depends how we play with the shields. And but guys, also keep it in mind, I only started playing PvP like when it first came out, and was it 2 months ago? So that's it. So I only been playing 2 months ago, and this group that I did this Forrest Cup with was a really good group. I mean, they're really amazing trainers in there, including Speediest Chief, if I say it right, who is an amazing trainer, and I love his videos. And then also Linden Ryu, who wasn't there right now, Harris Leader. They are some amazing trainers. So it's really good for me because I'm losing a lot, but I'm learning a lot at the same time. So, and luckily, each game was so tight. It was very close. If you guys can see it, that every single game was 2-1, unfortunately, but it was always 1-1, and then the third game was the all-in decider. And this is also an interesting matchup with, as you can see, the Pancake and the Kingdra. As you can see, it's alright. It can handle it. This is definitely a good matchup for me. Look at the Ampharos and the Pancake. That's perfect. Look how much it almost took out all of it, and Ampharos attacks doesn't do anything to Stunfisk. So that was easily done, and that was the first game, and I was like, yes, this is gonna be easy, and let's see what happens, because it was not. So this is when I do a change to my lineup with the lead, and usually that's when I start losing, when I change it, instead of just sticking to it and let them change it. Yeah, I should have just stick with the same. But anyways, so let's see. This line with the Bullet Seed and Kingdra is not a good lineup. I should have also swapped out because, unfortunately, this is not as great. The Arrow Lace, I believe the Arrow Lace would have been better, right? But the Ice Beams would add up if I would be able to land one. Perfect red on that Octazooka. And there's the Ice Beam, and at least it's half out, but now I'm not in so great because he can just swap out when I come in and bring in, of course, my favorite Stunfisk. If you don't have a Stunfisk, by the way, you should definitely create one. It's definitely worth it, but you have to be very careful in the Forrest Cup. And now this is when it's not so great for me, and I wanted to swap out, as you can see, but I was not able to swap out. It was literally, I was clicking on it and right there. That could have changed the game. And the jump fluff, I never played against it, so I had no idea that that was a horrible move. Yeah, it could have landed 3 Frenzy Plants over the stupid Earthquake, and now and it does way more damage. So if you're facing with a Meganium against Jump Fluff, make sure just Frenzy Plant, Frenzy Plant, Frenzy Plant. It's doing like 3 times more damage, even though it's not much. It's still more than nothing. I could have even landed 4. Jeez, that could have been way better. Well, this is why I recorded, so actually I can learn and see from the mistakes and get better. And hopefully you guys like it and also get better. And that energy ball could have hurt it, but and oh, and if you get stuck with Stunfisk against the bug or Jump Fluff, then just discharge it, because even though it's just a little bit less, but it does way more damage. And that game was very close, as you guys see. So at the third game, again, I'm making a change. I'm like, all right, let's bring in Ferrothorn. I got this. But again, I should have just stick with the first team and then keep making these changes. Team lead. And look how fast my health goes down, and then I'm obviously gonna throw one, so at least when I don't have to shield it. But still, it's Octazooka, we're good. Throws 2 Ice Beams. But I learned a lot from this. Mantine is definitely a must-have, by the way, and Kingdra is a must-have, I think. And I saw some Blazikens, but nobody brought it in. So I don't know about. I mean, yeah, with Stone Edge, definitely, because that hurts, but Quagsire also have Stone Edge, so that's a pretty good pick too. But my Mantine was picked and built against the Quagsire, by the way. So, Pancake, let's see who's coming in, and the worst nightmare of the Pancake, and Jumpluff. And now the Flash Cannon can... Actually, I wasn't sure how much it's gonna hit, but I figured it's way more, and it's almost half of his health. But now we can see how much the Energy Ball hurt, nothing, so we are good here. We are actually pretty safe because the Arrow Race won't hurt as much either, and the Flash Cannon hurts way more, but he still has a shield and I have none. So I messed up with the shields. I should have had one more shield. If I had one more shield, I could have won this. And with this match. So now I learned how to shield better and what matchups are better, and right there I should have had something against this setup. I should have had a Blaziken or a Heatmore or a Heatran, whatever you call it, but anything but fire, because this was just bad for me. I mean, it's just really strong. Game 3 against Dark Ninja Shark, which is, I think he's also, is he ace? All of the trainers are either ace or like right up there. They are really good players. So now you guys can see Bullet Seed and Mantine Bullet Seed line up, but it's not so great. Energy Ball still hurts a lot, even with the debuff. And now the Pancake comes in, which is Mantine's worst nightmare. But if you can land two, or even the Bubble Beams, actually. Technically, I should have stayed in and landed the Bubble Beam, because the Bubble Beam would have been super effective and would have ended Stun Fix. So that was a misplay by me, and now I brought in and to commit to the farm damage my Meganium, but I'm stuck. So what he brings in something fire, and then I'm done there. And Jumpluff, yeah, I forgot Flyer, and Meganium is horrible against fires. Look at how much health it took out. So I have no chance. But I already learned just Frenzy Pen, Frenzy Pen, Frenzy Pen, but it's just not enough, unfortunately. And I still have one shield, but I didn't want to use it on Meganium, and I knew I was able to get for one more Frenzy Pen, but that's it. And then I still have Mantine, and so I'm bringing it back in and Bubble Beam it to lower its attack. And I knew it's going to be shielded, so that was perfect. And the Energy Ball, I had to block that, and then I Ice Beam it, and I think he's out of shield, so that should be it for the Jumpluff. Yep, super effective. And then now Blaziken. Look how close this matchup is, by the way. So just one more bubble. Do you see that how Mantine could destroy a Blaziken? It's crazy. With the bubble, if you have bubble and Bubble Beam, then Blaziken and any fire has like no chance whatsoever. But I didn't build it against fire, because Pancake is my anti-fire. But here is the problem. The Stone Edge is the problem, so you have to watch out for that. Luckily he didn't have a time to throw it, so I won that game. And then going into game 3, I believe, or this is game 2, I lost control. And again, I'm gonna change it up again, as usually when I lose it, when I change it up. And guys, it would be awesome if you comment below and let me know if it was too fast or not, because I tried to speed it up because it's 3 matches. I didn't want to have like a 15-minute video, so I mean 3 sets. 3 times 3, so that's 9 matches. So that's why I wanted to make sure that I speed it up so you guys can be able to see it. And right on the charge where I swapped, this was a questionable, but I knew it's going to be a discharge because Mantine, so that was perfect. And now the Mud Bomb is super effective, so he swapped right on it. I didn't realize he did, by the way, because this charge would have been perfect. So very well played by my opponent. That was crazy good, and I should have predicted it, but I couldn't. But that's what it comes when I only play for 2 months. And it's done. So I bring back in, of course, Mantine, and there goes probably a Weather Ball, or Energy Ball, I mean. So I had to shield it, even though I could have, this is what I need to shield, and I'm done both shields. That was a mistake. I should have let that one go and shield this one. So that's another thing that I learned, because now he still has 2 shields, even though I'm kind of set up to able to win, but he has 2 shields, so I'm gonna lose, unfortunately, but it's gonna be very close. And look at that, I'm just committed to the full farm down, and that's what I'm saying, that if you get locked in with your Pancake against the Meganium or Shift 3, then you can literally just fully farm it down and have so much energy. But again, the 2 shields, which it didn't count, and I have none. So that's horrible for me, and if I was able to throw that I could have won this. So close, but I messed up with the shielding. So that it just, and look, so now you can also see, this is, watch this, a Stone Edge can destroy a Mantine, like big time. Look at that, even with Bubble Beamed it and lower attack, but the Stone Edge will really destroy the Mantine. So So definitely gives Blaziken an edge if you have the Stone Edge, like big time. You get it? Definitely gives an edge to Blaziken if you have the Stone Edge. It definitely does, as you can see it. Also, if I had saved that shield, then would have won that game. So again, but this was a practice cup, so I was able to test out all these setups and show it to you guys to learn from my mistakes. Setup, I bring in a different team again when I should have just stuck with the same one. I'm never gonna learn that. Alright, so this is not so good for me. So I tried to swap on a charge move, perfect. And let's see if I did. I don't think I did, so I'm shielding it because I figured it's a mud bump. And now throwing it back, a mud bump. He shields it as well. And he throws another one. I figured I'm gonna let this one go, half of its health. And this is no good, but at least I can throw it to discharge before I bail out. But I can't bail out because I'm stuck. Again, if you're stuck with your pancake, you're done. So you might want to actually start with it. I'm gonna test that. You might want to lead with it. And now here goes Heatmore, which is not my favorite at all whatsoever. But look how much it's chunking out. So, and even with the, I should have had Power Up Punch on it, but I only had Thunder Punch because I didn't really want to commit to 50,000, Stardust for it. But it might have changed this game for me. But I'm gonna use a Blaziken instead of Heatmore, or Heatran, or what is it? Heatmore, yeah. So I'm gonna use a Blaziken instead. So that's why I didn't want to spend it. But for this practice cup, I just wanted to test it how it would be, and it was alright, but look how much that pancake can destroy Mantine, so much. And right there, I was able to get to the bubble beam. Perfect, but there goes Blaziken. So it was this close again, guys. So close. Now, I hope you enjoyed it, but don't forget, so every single Wednesday at 12:15 p.m., we have the Pokemon Go PvP podcast. I'm gonna link it in right here, or this side, be sure you can see it. But the podcast, we're going to have the one and only Ryan swag. So make sure to tune in because it's going live Wednesday at 12:15. And hope you like the new style. It has an ESPN style where you can actually see the current topics, the next topics, and what we are going to talk about. So make sure to tune in because it's going live at 12:15 on Wednesday. And we are going to have a battle in the middle. So whoever is able to guess who is going to win first in the comments below, then going to get $10 Cash App to it, PayPal to it, or Apple Pay to it. So make sure that you watch live. So see you guys next Wednesday.